Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all doing well and having a great week. So, firstly, big warm welcome to everyone that's joined lately in the group. We've had quite a lot of new people in the group, so I wanted to firstly welcome you all. Hope you're all having a great time. And basically, firstly, I just wanted to introduce myself as well because a lot of you don't know who I am. So, my name is Swapnil. Just to give you a quick background on me, worked with over 200 martial arts school owners now overall in the fitness space, probably close to about 300 businesses. And today's topic is a very, very good one. Is something that I get asked all the time. Is literally how do you get consistent lead generation? This is probably one of the biggest phrases that I always see everywhere, and it's always in my own market research and everything that I do is consistent leads. So today I'm going to go over 3 secrets for you that will completely change it for you. If you grasp this, this is a very, very important step, and hopefully this will help you a lot. Also, just wanted to let you know that if this is your first time on here, every Friday, 12 o'clock UK time, I'm doing these live trainings with you. Is to help you along the way. And at the end of each one of these, I give you an invitation to work with me as well. So if you're interested for a free game plan with either myself or Barry, then comment system below and then we'll just reach out to you. It's not a sales call, it's just to help you out. So let's get started with today's session. Basically, what I wanted to go over was the 3 secrets, really. 3 things that I've seen that crop up a lot. And for this, I will need my trusty iPad, so I'll draw it out for you. But now, one of the things that is why I see all the time is a lot of people pay a lot of attention on the tech side of things. So what I mean by this is that they're going after the new fancy website, they're going after the new fancy, automation, and they're going after things that are, but they're still struggling for lead generation. Now, why is this? Now, it's because you have not done your market research properly. It also goes into these 3 steps now, but one thing that I want you to understand is that once you can grasp this understanding of like who your customer is, like deep down as to who a lot of people have done surveys or they've done something, but they've just scratched the surface. They've not actually gone deeper into it. So, for example, a big example is right here, right now, Richie, is from all my research, the words consistent leads kept popping up all the time with every martial arts school owner I've talked to, every fitness business I talk to. This is what the holy grail, if you want to call it that, that's what everyone wants. Now, the 3 things that you really need for this is, let me share my screen and then I'll show you. So I'll go into inception mode now. So now with this, basically what you want to be doing is, let's see if this works. Is knowing your customer. So what do I mean by this? Basically, what I mean is, what are they pain points? Most people know, as the example, is that if I take the martial arts niche, for example, everyone has done ads where they talk about focus, confidence, loads of, the 4 common bullet points that everyone puts. Now, that is not really a pain point, is it? To be honest, that is what they need to be building on. What is the actual pain point itself is that you need to be doing, because once you can start putting this into your market research, pain points, like what are the symptoms, basically? What is the problem? Most people understand the problem, but what are the symptoms to the problem? Is if you understand them 2 things, it will completely change everything for you. So now, knowing this, let me quickly just check that people can see me all right. One sec, can see the screen, I mean. By the way, if you join live, just put hashtag live or just tell me hello or something. It gets the algorithm going. More people in the group can see it as well. And also it'd be nice to know that there is someone actually watching. So a lot of you will watch this on a replay anyway. So now this is really important to understand. This is why I brought it back to here, is that pain points is the main reason why someone does something. It's not, most people want to get away from pain. That's probably one of the biggest motivators. People don't really go so much to the good side in the sense of motivating them. Most people, even with yourself, if you ask this question, if you have, it's more the fear side or the pain side that will make you move. Why is it that in the fitness space or whenever people go to the gym itself, they wait to the last minute until they can't fit into their clothes? Do you see how I've used fitting into their clothes? That is a pain point. Now, that is something very powerful that I've used even for the gym side and everything that works really well in ads. Now, understanding that concept is all you need to do really with your ads to like perform well, because most people are not doing this in their ads. If you look at your competition's ads, there will be generally just the 4 or 5 bullet points, but they don't actually explain what the pain point is. So in the tap system itself, I've got like a formula for doing the ads itself, and that's one of the things that I go heavy deep into it, because it's such an important factor. If you understand copywriting, it just opens everything up, because you can be the best tech setup guy in the world, but if you can't get your ads to work, there's no point in having all that setup, is there? So I spoke to someone the other day, and he's got a great website, but the thing, he can't get leads. Now, why is that? Even though it's got all the automations, everything that everyone talks about, some of that really advanced as well, but they can't get the leads. It's because they're not having the ads performing and talking to the right customers. So it's very, very important for you to get that bit, understanding, know your leads better than they know themselves. It's a very, very important thing that once you know. That's actually a really good one, actually. Let me just write that down. But so knowing them better than they know themselves is a very, very important thing. Know them better. Now, the second thing is to hit on these pain points. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean is that you basically need to be doing is all the channels you can think of, whatever you're using. For me, is Facebook mainly, but if you're big on Instagram, if you're big on TikTok, for example, talk about these pain points. I see most people don't even talk about the pain points in their videos or anything. They don't actually call them out as, look, this is a problem that you're having. I can solve it for you. For example, a big one here is, if you're having a problem with consistent leads in your business, I can help you. Just comment system below and we'll reach out to you. You see what I'm doing there? Kind of a little bit inception, but end of the day, I can help you. But is end of the day, is your decision on that. But the thing is that what I'm trying to show you is this is how you need to be approaching your marketing, is talking about these pain points. So what are these pain points? What are the things you must be thinking? Okay, yeah, all right, Swap. You just keep talking about pain points. What are they? Now, you need to talk. The best way for you to know is to actually speak to your audience. That is probably like the third point. Speaking to audience. What I mean by this is ask them. It's as simple as that. It might seem really simple or like really something that I'm saying, yeah, it's not rocket science. But what I'm trying to say here is, when you speak to your audience, ask them, what are your problems? Okay, what is that problem doing to you? How is it affecting your life? The bit that the answer to that is your answer. So when you have that kind of stuff, it's just game changer, because this is the gold. Like, first thing that we do in the tap system is for you to go through this process. Obviously, it's a lot more detailed, and I'll give you all the questions and stuff. But the way with this, I'm just trying to show you is that once you find this, is literally your key to open the gates to market your business. For me, obviously, I know all you guys' pain points, really, because most of you have answered questions for me before. I kind of understand, where you're getting stuck. A lot of you, a big pain point is that most of you want to know is how to use the business manager, or some of you have not got any idea where to start. This is where you start. So hopefully this kind of makes a little bit of sense. Let me know in the comments below if you do. If you're finding this kind of stuff useful, if there's a certain thing that pops out for you, just put hashtag nugget and then put down what is it that stood out for you. Really good for me to see as well, and also for other people to read the comments is really good. So so that is one of the big things that I wanted to bring up, is that knowing your customer inside out, in the sense but but the best way is just to ask them. It's very hard for us to go out there. I mean, of course, there are a lot of research tools out there that you can be using, Google reviews, Amazon reviews. There's loads of ways for you to find this kind of stuff out. But I found that different areas, especially in the UK and the US when I've worked there, is that people are different in different areas. You will find that a lot of them have different needs and things. So really important for you to find this step out. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard for you to know, okay, what is it? What is their pain point? And then once you can speak to them, to this, like the hot button, if you want to call it, which is the pain point, you want to put it in all your communications. That is probably the third point, literally is talk about this, because a lot of you guys are not doing live videos. A lot of you guys are not even utilizing just standard video, but most of you, if you're even doing it, you are literally just showing the class. I mean, don't get me wrong, you should be doing that anyway. But the thing is that you need to incorporate these pain points. What are they? If you're finding that most of your parents are saying that my child just doesn't make his bed at all, then you talk about that in your videos. This is where your content marketing literally comes out of this research process. So knowing them and knowing this, basically this kind of stuff, understanding, knowing your customer, what are their pain points, hit on these pain points. And then the third thing is literally speaking to that audience. And then, of course, this leads on to so many things like, if I show you here, where's this gone? So what does it lead to? It leads to, your content strategy. What kind of videos you need to be doing on your page. What kind of things to put in your emails. What to actually talk about. These pain points are very, very important. This is probably the biggest thing that I see most people not even doing in their ads, is like if you haven't not seen like my older videos, definitely go and check them out. If you want a link to it, then just comment, just tag, just put Barry below or something, then Barry will tag you in these videos, because these videos are really powerful. Because one of them, I talked about knowing your customer from where they are and how do you get someone that doesn't even know you to come and buy your products, buy your service, become a monthly customer for you. It's literally taking content. Now, this content strategy, one thing that I see, you'll probably see this thrown about a lot, is that all these gurus out there and stuff, some say don't do content, some say do content, some say, that, it's always throwing rocks at each other. Which one do you actually do? There's a lot of confusion. The answer to it is you need to be doing content, but you need to be also doing ads leveraging content. So it's a bit of a both hybrid. Most of people don't really get burnt out with doing content. The thing is, the way you use content is that you can use them with ads in retargeting and things like that, where you can actually start showing these powerful content. But the thing is, it's very, very important that you talk about pain points. People want their pains to go away. They want your service. But the thing is, if you don't highlight it to them that you actually have a solution for it, then how are they going to even know that you're the right person? Say, for example, confidence can mean so many different things to different parents. When you can actually talk to your customer, knowing your customer, this is also another way of saying knowing your avatar. Knowing the person that let me see if I'm still, I'm showing, is knowing this person will give you so many answers, in the sense is that also you all have your ads trying to attract everyone with one ad. You can't do that, because a pain point for a 15-year-old kid is going to be a totally different pain point for a 7-year-old kid. You can't just have confidence to attack all of them. This is why, if you have your marketing that's tailored to a specific age group, you're going to get much more better performance than if you actually have a marketing which is just trying to just scattered gun it, where you just anyone will do kind of thing, is what I heard someone say. That's not a good marketing strategy. You're not going to grow your business that way. The ones like from the companies that I've worked with so far, a lot of them are like Like there's franchise owners, there's big people with 1,000+ members, there's some with 500 members. It ranges across the board. And one of the consistent thing that I've seen across the ones that are very successful is that they speak to their audience, so they know how to attract them. Like in my next video, actually that'll go be next week, is I'm going to break down the tap system for you to show you like the kind of stuff. But there's no point in me showing you all the texts and whistles and all this kind of stuff, like the new advanced messaging platform. For example, Instagram Messenger bots is a new thing that's just come out. There's no point of you diving into all that stuff if you don't know this. Because once you know this kind of stuff, this is where everything changes for you. This is where you can use all these advanced strategies. So that's probably one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people doing, is that they will skip this and they'll go straight to writing ads, and that's why you get inconsistent leads. So to answer the big headline for today is consistent leads is literally knowing your customer. If I just put it down as one point, is literally know your customer. Like, who is it? I can't spell. Know your customer. Who is exactly you're trying to attract? Once you know this, it will unlock so many things for you. You'll know exactly what kind of content to do. Also, one big thing as well is understanding headlines is another thing. Probably a bonus point for you. A bonus thing today. Headlines. Headlines are very, very, very important. What do I mean by headlines? If you don't know your customer, you can't write decent headlines. A headline is the first thing someone sees in an ad or anything like this before they start reading the rest of the text. If this doesn't attract them, if this is something that doesn't even reach out to them or speak to their pain points or anything, they're not going to read all of this. So for example, if you look at ads, like a specific ad, say you've got your image here, and then you've got your main text here. Oh no, that doesn't look right. One sec. Make this a bit simpler. So you've got your text here, and then you've got this little see more button. This bit here is a headline. This bit here is also a headline. Your image, of course, is very, very important. That's what makes people stop the scroll. So there's 3 elements to an ad that are very, very important. If you don't know this, if you can't get your headline, like this section, to actually if you speak to your audience or to attract them, it is literally the pain point that's actually going to get hold of them. So you need that in this section. This was why I keep harping on about this kind of stuff, because this is the bit that makes the biggest difference. Now, when I did the ads for that big franchise owner, I'll actually call him by name now, Matt Fides. It was a great experience. Firstly, I was really grateful that he even gave me that opportunity. But for me, it was very enlightening as to seeing how important copy is, and how, like making a few little tweaks here and there can make such a big difference to your ads and also the performance of them. So, but this is probably the biggest thing here, is literally this. If you can figure this bit out and you get this on point, this is where your consistent leads will come. You'll be able to attract the right kind of person. You'll see that one of the biggest things that everyone says with the tap system is that they notice that the quality of the lead is a lot better than what they're used to do. Now, why is that? Because we deep dive into this kind of stuff. Then obviously understanding copyright and how to write the ads. Obviously, this is just a brief outline, but knowing exactly what to put, how to create the offers and all this kind of stuff. But this is really, really important. So I'm hoping this is helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if there is, what bit of this stood out for you. Like, put #nugget and then what it is. It'll just help me as well to know, because then I can make more content around that for you as well. But also, if you need some help with this and you're like thinking, Swap, this looks like a lot of hard work, I don't know even where to start, then comment system below. Either myself or Barry will reach out to you and we'll just have a chat, helping you create a nice game plan so that you can go into the summer knowing that you can actually have a system that is going to work. And also a big thing that I spoke to someone yesterday is this is a big self-belief that I wanted to shatter today for everyone as well, is that don't think that because the summer's around the corner and school holidays starting from tomorrow, I mean from next week or something, depends where you are, that you will not get leads and people will you just need to close your business down for a month or so. Is not right. For example, when Barry first came into the tap system initially, he was part of this, and with his school, we we got him the highest number of people signing up in August, when that was adults as well. And this, people are out there right now, especially right now with the lockdown. It is, people can't travel. So, of course they can travel in the UK and stuff, but they need things for them to do, or their activities for the kids. So really, really, it's going to be an awesome summer for this business itself. So don't sit back and just think, no, you won't get any leads or anything. You will. You just need to make sure you have a good enough system and a way to attract them. And if you need help, reach out. If not, I'm going to still be doing these weekly sessions for you. So hopefully this will help you. But yeah, just wanted to let you know, this kind of stuff is really powerful once you can get it down. Let me get back to here and see. So if you guys got any questions or anything, put them below. Happy to answer them for you. Got a fair few on live. Thank you very much for joining me. If there's something that you want me to elaborate a bit more on this, what I just showed you, I'm happy to show you. There's no problem on that. It's this kind of stuff I love doing. So now, while if you got any questions, put them, and I'll wait for you. But understanding your customer is the important step. When I figured this out for my own business as well, because like to give you an idea, there's why did I go with the martial arts niche? Firstly, is for me is just because I did it for like 12 to 15 years. It just made sense for me. But before that, I was trying to do the whole fitness industry, and it kind of worked all right, But it's just I just found that my marketing was all over the place. Is that I was trying to attract yoga people, Pilates, all sorts of different fitness kind of brands and stuff. But when I honed in, knowing who is my exact customer for me to do for now, because this is one big thing before I get into that is if you hone into a lot of misconception is that, oh, Swap, if I just target for 7-year-olds or 7 to 9-year-olds, then you're stuck for life. You're not. The thing is that once you master that one particular age group, you move to the next one. You start expanding out. So for me, like martial arts niche, I think I've done pretty well in here, and I've created a name, after working with close to like 250 more than that businesses now. Now I'm expanding out into other niches like yogas and Pilates. I mean, even though I've done them, so I know exactly what works for that niche. But for me, I had to take a step back for myself as well and go, okay, which area can I dominate? And I know I can do really, really well in. It was a martial arts just because it just came to me naturally. I just knew what to write in the ads. I just knew how to speak to parents in that way, I suppose. So what I'm trying to share with you is once you know your customer with this kind of way, doesn't mean that you're stuck in that niche, stuck in that particular category for life. It's just that you'll just know what works there, then you can move on to the next and slowly expand out. So I see everyone trying to do like an adults program here, a ladies one here, a kids one, but a kids one is separated. You're just all over the place. I just find the ones that I get a lot of success is that once they concentrate on one particular thing, then move on to the others and stuff. Then this is where your marketing will be on point. You will know exactly. You can actually spend decent amount of effort on it rather than spreading yourself thin across all of them and just thinking, okay, I just want anyone, kind of thing. Hopefully this resonates with you guys. Let me know if it does. And it'll be really good to know if it does. I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from with this. Is that I'm not saying that you just have to just do that for the rest of your life, kind of thing. But cool. So any questions, guys? Let me know. There's none showing up here, so I don't know if it's my thing here or not. But if you have any questions, put them down below. But this is such an important aspect, is knowing I can't see anything pop up here, but is knowing your customer. And then once you know this is where you can drill down. It's like I think Sam's on here, isn't he? I think so. I think you're on here, but I'm not sure. So I'm sure Sam won't mind me saying this, but literally, I spoke to someone that he knows a bit ago, a different business altogether, and just is a very important aspect that every business owner goes through. That they're just, we all start to try doing everything at once. This is why you'll find that the way to get marketing on point is to drill down on one particular pain point or one particular niche, or kind of thing, and then just go deeper in it, because otherwise it'll be very hard for you to do. So that one was more to do with podcasting, but it's still the same thing. You need to know, in reference to that, it was like corporate clients. So if you're going after corporate clients, is really important to drill down who you're after. So relating it back to you guys in this group, if you can talk to your customer base, that's the first place I would recommend. But then when you can actually speak to them in the sense where, let's take an example with a parent who has a 10-year-old kid, I don't know, age 20, 28, I don't know, I might be older, 28, 20, let's say 30 years, 30 something. What are their interests? What do they do? What do 30-year-olds do? Do you know? What kind of movies do they watch? What kind of things do they do? What's their pain point? What's the everyday routine that they're doing that's frustrating them about their kid? These are the really important things that you need to find out, because if you can take one of these, for example, and then you can create content around it, and you create a story or you create a video on your page that you talk about this kind of stuff, you're going to attract more of these 30-year-old parents, and because they're going to watch it and go, wow, that's exactly how my kid is. Now these people just get me. This is how you play with the content and understanding, knowing your customer. So cool. I mean, that basically is it. Those are the 3 points: knowing customer, drilling down properly into it, knowing their key points, and going and distributing that across your channels that you're using. And don't forget about email. Make sure you're using video. So there's a lot of stuff in here. So if you break this down and I hope you've written some notes on this, because don't just take information in just for the sake of it, because if you don't actually use it, then it's just information, isn't it? So cool, guys. Well, I can't see any more questions popping up here, so that brings a close with the weekly live calls. I hope you're enjoying these and it's helping you. And if you need some help, comment system below, and then we'll reach out to you. If not, I'll see you next week. Catch you all soon.